We're going to talk about Tomb Raider, the movie. Tomb Raider 2. No, we're going to talk about Tomb Raider, the film franchise or film rights. Last Wednesday, I believe it was, just the other day, we talked about, and it was like the very next day, or maybe the same day this news broke. But Tomb Raider 2, which was announced a few years ago, the sequel to the 2018 Tomb Raider, had been greenlit. They had Misha Green, I believe it was, to direct, the creator of Lovecraft Country, and Alicia Vikander was back on board to play Tomb Raider. I like Alicia Vikander. I thought the 2018 movie was pretty good, better the second time around, honestly. And Misha Green, I have not seen Lovecraft Country. I'm a big Lovecraft fan, but I just haven't got around to watching that yet. But I've heard good things about her. So, you know, they were talking about that it was up in the air. We don't know what MGM was bought by Amazon. MGM owned the rights to Tomb Raider. What they were going to do with it, we don't know. Well, now we still don't know, but there has been a new development in the whole situation. And MGM, or Amazon MGM, I don't know what they call themselves, they ain't going to do shit with it because they lost the rights. Like right after the story last week, we find out, it's not happening. The Misha Green, Alicia Vikander, Tomb Raider sequel is, it is not happening. I suppose they've officially said it's not, but I suppose whoever picks up the rights could get those two still, but I doubt it. It's just not going to happen. Whoever gets it is going to do their own Tomb Raider thing. And that's because Tomb Raider, they lost the rights to it. Apparently the time ran out because they were dicking around too much trying to figure out what to do with the sequel. So now the rights are up in the air, and there's a bidding war. MGM has lost the rights, the film rights, to Tomb Raider. The rights have reverted to the game company, which would be Square Enix. And then the game company and Graham King, GK Films, made a deal to rep the IP. Now, GK Films, they don't have the rights. They represent the rights to the IP to other film studios, by the way. And they've had those since like 2012, I think it was. But they are still repping the rights for Square Enix. I think it's Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Crystal Dynamics. Yeah. That's who made the game.
Yeah. I think that Square Enix published it. Crystal Dynamics created it. So as far as like ownership of the actual IP video game, it doesn't matter. I'm not sure. One of them owns it. But a host of Hollywood movie studios are in the mix and put in bids according to multiple insiders with knowledge of the project. Now, that's about all we got. So the rights to Tomb Raider are up in the air. It's a huge franchise, a huge IP. So, yes, we're going to get – somebody's going to grab – I mean, obviously, there's bids. All the movie studios are saying, we want to make this. We want to do this. The question is, I guess, at this point, who do you think – I guess, who do you think will get it, possibly, which is kind of – that's a bit harder to answer. Mm-hmm. Who do you think should get it and will do the most with it? And in what, like we had talked about last week, I would have loved for Amazon to make a show. Do you think that this would be better suited for a show or a movie? Now, me, myself, I think the should part, I don't really care. I just want it to be somebody who's going to do something with the character that's better than what they've done in the past and give it an actual chance. And who I want to get it, honestly, would be someone like Amazon, Netflix, or something like that.
Netflix can't afford to pay their staff, so I don't think they're getting it anytime soon.
I would at this point, I think I'll take a movie, but I think that this franchise would do better as a show, as a series. And that's how I want to see it. So I do want to see somebody take this. And I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be Amazon or Netflix. There's other companies that do shows as well. I don't want to see Disney get it. I'll say that much. I don't want Disney or any of their subsidiaries to get it because Disney, in my opinion, takes popular IPs and runs them and sucks them fucking dry and runs them into the ground. Now, I won't give them this much. If Disney gets Tomb Raider, we'll get a whole lot of Tomb Raider shit. Like a lot. You'll get Tomb Raider all over the damn place. But I don't think Disney, who knows? But I don't think that they will. Actually, Disney kind of did have stake in it because I think, was the original movie Paramount? No, it was Paramount. It wasn't. Never mind. I was thinking it was Touchstone, which that's a Disney owned, right? Or is it Sony owned?
Yeah, Disney.
They own.
I don't know. Touchstone's owned by Disney or something. It's a subsidiary.
Yeah, somebody, I don't fucking know anymore. But anyway, yeah, it was Paramount anyway. They owned it. So, I mean, I don't see, since Paramount, Amazon's MGM, they've already had their hands on it. I don't know if they're bidding for it, but I don't think it would be them, either through virtue of they've already had their hands in it and maybe they don't want anything to do with it, or maybe the company that's worked with them has been like, not you guys. You've had your chance. So that doesn't leave a whole lot. You got Warner Brothers, Disney, I guess Sony. Those companies right there.
You're missing the biggest company. A24, directed by either Robert Eggers or Ari Aster. Can you imagine that? Starring what's her face from plays Black Widow's sister,
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Florence Pugh. Actually, she would be a pretty good Tomb Raider. Actually,
oh yeah, take it. She was as the White Widow or whatever she was.
Ana de Armas.
I'd do it. Yeah, Ana de Armas. Sure. I mean, I'd be cool with that. But yeah, you heard it here first, guys. Nick has broken the story. A24 is making Tomb Raider
by Ari Aster
2025. I would so fucking see that though. I would go see the shit out of that.
So we
directed by the Daniels.
There you go. Actually, ironically, Robert Eggers doing a film like Tomb Raider would actually be quite fun because you saw what he did with the Northman. I think it was Robert Eggers did.
Oh yeah.
That would be amazing. Make it like R-rated, man. Come on. We're giving you free money. You got Robert Eggers Tomb Raider.
Come on, A24. You've done. I mean, that is kind of in line with them doing this weird shit you just don't expect. Who knows? I would be interested because they don't say who's got bids in. I would be interested to see. Did A24 even throw one in there? Because you're right. They're studio. They're just not one of the. I mean. In all honesty, I don't think A24 could financially stand up to like Warner Brothers or whoever.
Not at all.
But yeah, they don't say specifically who. I mean, the big companies could be like, we don't want anything to do with it. I doubt it. Warner Brothers will be the one I think is probably going to put, because they're the one that haven't touched it yet, and I could see them wanting to get a hold of a well-known IP. And I mean, they do have HBO Max, so they could make a show. And I'm okay with the movie. Like I said, I just want something fucking good. I really like this character in this franchise, especially the later the rebooted 3, which I imagine it would be based on. I mean, they could take it way back and do like a straight up 90s throwback to the old school Lara Croft. While I love the new one, if done right, that
with
could
the
work.
Box boobs.
Yeah, big square blocky boobs on it. I mean, go all out with it. Go just that's one thing. Everybody's tried to do it kind of serious or somewhat. Angelina Jolie one somewhat serious. Do like a straight camp one. Maybe that'll work. Give it a shot. I don't know, but Tomb Raider. Yeah, we're gonna get another one. That's a given. Somebody's gonna get their hands on it, but who and how are they gonna release it? That is the question. I assume that we'll find out soon. Somebody's gonna let that cat out of the bag at some point in time. So. We will see you soon. You got anything else for this, Nick?
The only companies I could think would be Paramount buying it again or Universal, because Universal would seem like the most sense, because if they were to like
Universal,
they could put it into their theme parks. Disney, I think, is just too worried about Marvel and Star Wars and 90 billion other properties they have right now. They're not even, okay. They buy Tomb Raider or buy the license to Tomb Raider, but yet they don't do anything with the Muppets. Or what they do with the Muppets is terrible. So do something with the Muppets. Actually, a Muppets Tomb Raider movie would actually be quite fun. You know what, Disney? I've given you another. Buy Tomb Raider so you can do a Muppets Tomb Raider movie.
I'm down.
I've said it. Let it be written. Let it be done.
Let's just try something new. Who is it? Paramount. Oh, never mind. Paramount's already. I don't know. Paramount could. I mean, who knows? Paramount might end up with the rights again. I mean, Paramount did Indiana Jones. She's just female Indiana Jones. I mean, that's kind of trivializing it, but come on. Why can't anybody get this shit fucking right? I don't get it. And I mean, some people would say the Angelina Jolie one was right. I think the second one, I enjoyed that one. It was campy and stupid. Man, good times. They said we give no fucks, and they made that second one, and it was fun. Most people fucking hate it. I don't know, but Tomb Raider. Somebody's going to get it. We'll probably find out soon. I'm sure as soon as the rights are secured by somebody, I bet within the next week we'll find out who has it, and maybe then we'll be able to maybe have a better idea of what direction they'll go with it. I hope it's A24. I hope is A24. I know they have like a deal with Warner Brother or with HBO because a lot of their shit's on HBO Max, so they got some type of tie in there. They're not owned by anybody, right?
What?
They're their
A24?
own
No, I
thing.
think they're a separate company.
Yeah,
They're owned by
I
I can't remember, Megan Ellison, I think it is.
okay, but I mean they're a smaller company, but they are owned
Yeah.
by themselves. They're independent. Yeah, come on A24. I know you guys watch. I'm sorry. Come, I'm gonna send you an email. Buy Tomb Raider. Do something interesting with it. Man, I would be more excited to see that the A24 Tomb Raider directed by the Daniels and starring, I don't know, Florence Pugh than any other version of Tomb Raider that's come before. I would be there
right?
day one. I would drive 3 hours to see that. Yes. Do it.